lovely ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking to you. Get out of my face. Stop. Stop. Why do you act so crazy every time I talk to the camera? Anyways, I am going to begin on part 3. Let's see how far I get and how many parts I make this. Let me see, where did I leave off even? I had to go back and watch my video to remember where I was, and I remember. Sorry about the last video, by the way, because I did not realize that I posted all those videos of me singing all those songs for no fucking reason. Sorry about that. I highly doubt anybody even watched that, because I know I wouldn't. Anyways, yeah, so since that situation all occurred, where I ended up burning my hand and I got it wrapped and it had to eventually heal on its own, and I realized I wasn't going back to school. I ended up going to live with my stepfather. Well, not stepfather, sorry. My adoptive father. And, this is actually the reason why we no longer speak. I went to go live with him to go work, and, he was living with, his, I guess, second family. And, it was very weird, to say the least. I was being, like, by his second wife, I don't know. I was being very mistreated, like, put on the back burner, like, oh, if you want any kind of food or whatever, you want to drink our milk, blah blah blah. Like, they were like being very nitpicky about how much of anything that I would get for myself, to the point where I didn't even want to touch their food or nothing. When I started making money, I would just get my own food and just not even like eat at their family dinner or whatever. I would not feel included at all, and I would just feel awkward all the time. I never wanted to like be in the same bedrooms or anything. I would actually try to like isolate myself. And I was like 18 or 19, and like there were kids, but for whatever reason, kids always gravitated to me, and they always wanted to play with me. And like, my adoptive father had a baby girl with this lady, and so they called her my half sister, and she would always like come up to me and say things like, want to play with me and stuff, and I'm like, not really. I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to be there even. And I just, like, I would feel like I would have to. Like, it was kind of forced. They would look down on me. And then a lot of times when we would go to work, because we worked at a landscaping company, I would just, like, put my earbuds in, blast my music, and we would each have our, like, crew. And unfortunately, I was in the crew where she was just my luck. I hated working with her. Oh my god, because like, she was practically my boss, and I just had to listen to her, and I didn't want to. I just felt so uncomfortable. But I sucked it up because I needed money, and you know, my cards. These were, I guess, the cards I was dealt at the time. I feel like I'm not even telling the story right, because I like totally didn't even tell you guys about my childhood, really, or growing up with drugs and like the crowds I was in, and oh my gosh, I'm leaving out like a good chunk of my life, and the fact that I was kind of like the odd kid, like my friends didn't really have a lot of things in common with me, so instead of like, because we never related, I would always like put my interests, like I would tuck it deep inside and like act like a ditz because everybody thought I was like a nerd and I wanted to fit in. But I was the bully of bullies and nobody wanted to get hurt by me, so they wanted to be my friend. But yeah, my past didn't really make a lot of sense, I know. And I'm realizing a lot now. But I was much more intelligent than people really knew back then and even today. Like forever. Like, not forever. Like always, I mean. That was pretty dumb of me. I'm sorry. But not even my brothers. I mean, I just told my oldest brother I was always into psychology and neuroscience and like spiritual shit, and I know a lot more things than your average person. Like things that people probably should not know. But we'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, no, I always tucked that away because I thought, oh, I can't talk about this. Nobody will believe me. I should be ashamed of knowing these things. I should be ashamed of like even being a bookworm. Like, let me just like act like everybody else because that seems to be what everybody likes. Yeah, it literally got me into more and more and more and more and more and more and more trauma, because people thought that they could use me and abuse me and play mind games, and you know, because I put myself in this box, it worked, and I wish I had not done that. So if anybody is going through that, just know you're a genius, and anybody would kill to have the gifts that you do, and you were gifted and you were blessed, and don't let anybody tell you any different. If people find you weird, it's because they're jealous. If people look down on you, if people judge you, it's because you're doing something right. And they're not on your level. That noise is Sparkle playing with her toy. She's chewing on it. It's either her banana or her lobster that I just got her from a bark box. But anyways, yeah, no, it's okay to be different. It's okay to want to know more. It's actually better because a lot of people will understand what I'm about to say. A lot of people will not. But eventually this is going to click for everybody. But right now, I know it's gonna sound like I'm just speaking out of my ass. I'm not. People are sleeping. People don't remember. And that is what we need to do. We need to remember. We need to wake up. Everybody says that for a reason. Oh, I'm woke. I'm woke. No. You need to remember who you are, seriously. The world is divided right now. And we are in the middle of retrograde. If you guys want to know the truth, please start looking into I don't know why I keep wanting to say neuroscience and spirituality, and take a deep dive. I can only share as much knowledge as I have in my brain, but I always want to share, but it doesn't come out the way it's already instilled in my brain, you know? Like, I know what I need to know, but my brain works faster than my mouth, you know? Does that make any sense? I don't want to fuck up and confuse anybody with my explanation, so please look into it. I will try to explain it in this channel if anybody is interested. Please let me know in the comments, and I will share my knowledge to the best of my abilities. But moving on. Since I dumbed myself down throughout my childhood, into my teen, into my adulthood, I went through a lot of traumas, trials, and tribulations. Yes, I've gotten raped throughout my childhood, throughout my preteen, into my teen years, into my adulthood, even before my marriage, during my marriage, and after my marriage. And I have rumors being spread about me, constantly being called a whore, because nobody knows the truth. But, you know, people can keep talking. I know the truth. And that's all that matters to me. People want to keep judging me. It's not going to change. It's what I know that truly matters. It's what the people behind me, the people that believe me, the people that have my back, that support me, I know they believe me. So their opinions matter to me. Anybody else could suck my invisible, I'm not gonna say it because I don't know what the fuck I can say here, but you guys know. You can put two and two together. Anyways, yeah, I have been through a lot. I've had to save one of 3 victims of fentanyl from dying. Thankfully, we did save his one of 3 lives, because we did not know that the other 2 were going through that either. One died in the bathroom. The other died in their sleep, discovered by their mother, unfortunately. But the one that we saved, me and whoever was there to help, I was singing karaoke, a karaoke song. I was called to the stage to sing a particular song, BYOB by System of a Down, and I wanted this person to sing it with me, and this person was actually on their way, they were hopping in their vehicle to go home, and somebody grabbed them for me. So they came back, sang the song with me. At the end of the song, his speech, like, we were talking in the mic, and I said something to him, he said something back, but his speech slowed down, and my intuition was like, I caught it, I'm like, something's about to happen. So, like, he started to have a seizure, and I quickly went and I caught him because he was falling back. And then I also caught the speaker that he tipped over behind him. He was concerned more about the speaker. I'm like, dude, fuck the speaker. You're dying. But I caught it. I caught both him and the speaker. And then he kept having the seizure and then started foaming at the mouth. And then I carried him over to, like, closer to the chair, and then when he started having a seizure again and foaming at the mouth, then we moved everything out of the way and we laid him on the floor, and then, like, we had him like lay on his side so that he wouldn't, like, choke on his the foam coming out of his mouth. Somebody thankfully had a Narcan, and somebody called the ambulance. Thankfully, they arrived in time to take him to the room, the IUC, the ECU, the ICU, and they cleansed his insides with straight liquids, and yes, fentanyl was detected. And when he woke up, because he was in a coma for a few days, when he woke up, he thanked me heavy. But yeah, of course he had survivor's guilt. But he told us how, like, between him and the other 2 that was found, they shared what they thought was cocaine was actually sold as fentanyl. It contained fentanyl. So yeah, I have this tattoo representing the 3 people I lost due to fentanyl. It was not that 3rd person that I saved. I did lose another person due to fentanyl. And then I also lost my best friend, who I have right there, Amy Winehouse tattoo. They both died at 27, but she had passed away for a different reason. And what else? I knew this was gonna happen. I'm just jumping around now. I did have a situation happen where when I was still living in the trailer parks with family when I was not independentized yet. I was still living with my parents. My ex-boyfriend, my boyfriend at the time, he came over to my window because he wanted to make a deal with some people that I introduced him to, but he was trying to steal all of this paraphernalia for because I'm not trying to, I don't know what the hell I can say and not say on this. I'm probably gonna not even be able to post this because of what I did say earlier. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, what he did try to do, I had no clue about. He just told me, oh, let me know, like, I'm trying to cop blah blah blah, and this amount, and I have the money, and blah blah blah. So I set it up, but I didn't know what his dumbass was trying to do. And my friends are real, or, well, who I thought were my friends, like, they don't play that. And they pistol whipped him. Blood came all down his face. He came to my window thinking that I was gonna do anything. Like, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not, and I can't do nothing for you. Peace. I don't like getting involved in things. I am not one for drama, and you brought that upon yourself, so you deal. That's not my problem. And I guess that's how we broke up. What's another one? I don't want to incriminate myself, so I'm just not gonna say anything else. I mean, I've gotten myself into a lot of trouble, and I've tried to commit suicide many a times. I know I've mentioned that I have BPD. I did not know this until recently, actually, like a few months ago. But yeah, I have had many suicidal ideations, and I have had many episodes of, like, hurting myself. I've caused a lot of self-harm, even like with like chewing like the insides of my cheeks, or even like cuticles. You'll sometimes see me picking at my cuticles. It'll look innocent, but really I'm like trying to hurt myself. Some things I try to be better at, some things it's just like I don't even realize I'm doing it. But we're all human. We can only do, we're doing our best. We are doing the best that we can. We only have each other to support and try to get better. Don't be ashamed of what you can or cannot do. Don't be ashamed to ask for help either. Nobody's perfect on this planet. Nobody. But moving on from my story, the whole arrangement with me moving to my adoptive dad's home, he even forgot my birthday. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, actually. I was like not screaming, but like excited that the next day was going to be my birthday. I was like announcing it, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be my birthday, it's gonna be my birthday. And the fact that, you know, my adoptive dad forgot, even after all the announcing I did the next day, you know, he forgot completely. It took somebody else singing happy birthday to me for him to remember. And then still, you know, he didn't do shit for my birthday. It made me feel so defeated. Like, why the hell am I over here? Like, I'm making money, sure, and good money at that. Yeah, like, to anyone who knows, landscaping, you work hella hours and you work your ass off. Yeah, you make good money though, like really good money. But for that, I didn't think it was worth it. I'm like, honestly, I can make money anywhere else. Fuck this. So I held out a little bit longer because my adoptive dad's mom came from his country, and he kind of like needed help with the kids, I guess. So I guess I was just being nice. But then like a fight broke out between me and my adoptive dad, like a verbal fight, and to where he like it had to do with his wife. His wife was making false claims about me and like saying that I stole food or whatever. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, I have my own money. I could buy. And then he would believe her over me. And then it just became a big deal. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I don't even give a fuck anymore. Like, all the kids, because I started, like, I had an episode. I didn't know what it was at that time. I just thought I was having a mental breakdown. But the kids all went to the basement, and I was just in the living room being mad. And I waited till everybody fell asleep to like literally get all of my shit and pack it all up. I packed all my shit and like I played Tetris and I put it all in the half bathroom. I don't know how I did it, but I did it before anybody woke up. And before anybody woke up, and then they had to go to work. I refused to go, and I was just holding the half bathroom door like for dear life because there was no lock on it. At least I didn't think so. Or I don't know. I think she tried to open it or unlock it with the little, you know how you like poke something and then like it unlocks from the inside. I don't remember, but yeah, eventually she got a peep that like I was there. I'm like, whatever, just fucking go, bitch. And she did. And then once they left, I called my mom, my adoptive mom. She picked me up with her in her minivan, and I managed to fit all my things in her minivan, and we did. That was that. And that was the day that I blocked him and deleted his number, and I made sure my mom, my adoptive mom, and my brothers and anybody associated to that guy promised and swore to me not to talk to him about me or vice versa. I don't know if they held their end of that promise, but I made them promise to me. And eventually, my brothers did the same, cut him off. Or at least they say they did. Sparkle, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. What are you doing, baby? What's up? Are you hungry? Do you want food? It's almost dinner time. 1 more hour. Wait. But yeah, baby, stop it. Stop. You can wait. You can wait. It's not dinner time, okay? Anyways, I feel like she's gonna do it again. Anyways, yeah, blocked, deleted. So some time went by. I was saving my money because it was my goal to get my own place. But while that was happening, my mom was also getting pregnant. And also making arrangements for her marriage with my stepdad. And so they got married, and then I helped with the baby shower and the marriage, and I also helped with raising my baby brother, my half baby brother Max, for the first 6 months, and then eventually I moved to my own space. It was a gated community with my roommates. And it was actually going well. And then, I started working 3 jobs. No, I was not burning myself out. I was actually balancing it very well. I was very independent, very strong, saving up for a car, very happy, and man, I miss when I was young and self-made and like had my shit all together and not letting a thing distract me. That's when I was also in hermit mode, but then I met somebody who fucked me up mentally, because how long did I know this guy? Oh my gosh, he still bothers me to this day, and I bet you if he finds this channel, he will know who the hell I'm talking about. Yep, it's you, the one who I painted that beautiful mural in the back of the shed. Yeah, I don't know why people think they could drive like that over here. People constantly get pulled over driving like race car drivers over here, but whatever. My dog is so hyper today. Anyways, so I was making good money. And staying focused, until I met this guy. And over a fucking Taco Tuesday that I had. Yay, Kat for her fucking Taco Tuesdays. Famous Taco Tuesdays. I'm very known for my Taco Tuesdays. Anyways, I remember we were playing Beat Sabers, and that's where I got my nickname. Digital Cat. Anyways, what else happened? Oh, we were having tacos and beer and tequila and blah blah blah. And that's when my rave days started. And I started doing psychedelics and Molly and cocaine and candy flipping and not. Please don't say. I don't condone this, guys. Please, I am sober. I'm going on 10 months sober, actually, and today is the 11th. By the way, don't forget your Slurpee today. It's probably gonna be too late by the time I upload this, but I will be 10 months sober in 7 days from now. Thank you, because I know you guys are clapping. If not, I get my snaps. Anyways, yeah. And I had a wild ass life. I started going to a lot of rave shows and a lot of different rave festivals and making a lot of rave friends, and I became a stage promoter and I met a lot of plugs and a lot of people in general, just because my aura is a very strong one. If you stick around long enough with me, you will find out why. It's not a bad thing, guys. I believe me. It's a wonderful thing. And I am so honored to know that, no, you don't know, but you will know. Anyways, this person put me through hell. He, basically kidnapped me. But, trapped me in a way that I thought I was safe, but I actually was not. This guy, had, I guess, his own mental issues. And was with this other woman, and she never really matured, and she was always like, I think she was kind of retarded. Not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't think that she was very well developed up here. Because a lot of things I had to explain to her, and a lot of things that she should have already known, she did not. And I learned a lot that apparently she was a minor when she met this person, and she was kind of groomed into her adulthood, into this guy's life, and it's a little sickening to know. I don't know what else happened while she was still a child, but anyways, not my business, not my place to speak. This person did not want to say anything, so I can't do much there. I wanted to protect her, but that's not my place. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. This person actually, this woman, she actually accused me of some things and made me get hurt. I guess because she wanted to see somebody else get hurt rather than herself. Maybe she wanted to have somebody else be put in her place, like replace her position. Like, example, like maybe it happened to her once upon a time, and now she wanted it to happen to me since I was around, and she wanted to see that. Maybe it gave her pleasure, I don't know, but she accused me of things and made that guy do things to me. And that guy recorded me doing things, and I know this because I saw the videos. And this guy, this evil person, also recorded other people doing things while on drugs. He gave people drugs to do things. Like, he gave people drugs. He said, I'll give you this if you guys fuck right here in front of us in the shed. It was disgusting, but they made homeless people do that. And I've seen so many things, and so many sickening, twisted things, and so many sickening, twisted things happen to me as well. This guy also, literally, I would work overnight. I would be so tired, and unfortunately, I was living with this person during COVID times. I would come home, I would be so tired, but he would basically make me roll his blunts so that he would have a blunt on the way to work for himself. And when I refused one time, because I was just so tired and I just wanted to go to bed, I put covers over my head. He just wasn't having it, so like he grabbed me by the leg. After ripping the blankets off, he grabbed me by the leg, dragged me from the bed throughout the trailer park, because it was a trailer park home, not a double wide, just a single. And then the brick flooring, outside of the shed was a brick flooring. I have a scar on my back from when he dragged me to the shed and basically threw me in there and locked the door and told me to think about what the fuck I did. Like, what the fuck did I do? I just wanted to sleep. I had my phone and like few things. He kept me in there for a fucking week. Did not tell anybody. Not even my job. And I was trying to keep myself sane by I actually did try seeking therapy through my phone that I had. I didn't think to call out of work because I thought he would just let me out the next day or the day after or something like that, so I could just explain, but it didn't happen as soon as I thought it would. And I ended up just I think I dropped the job, or I did go back and explain and they let me go back. I don't remember. So long ago. But anyways, I ended up getting better help through my phone. And this is a huge reason why I, for a long time, did not trust therapy. And I did not go to therapy. I refused for a long, long time. I tried telling the therapist that I was connected with about what was happening to me in the present, current time. And the bitch called me crazy. She literally called me crazy when I was literally in the middle of what I was going through. And so I just gave up on that. And I just started like oh, I found some paint and I painted the mural that I said earlier in the back of the, not the back of the shed, but the wall, the back wall of the shed with my fingers. And then I tried to message him to ask him if I could wash my hands, which, by the way, I did not mention. He treated me so inhumanely that time, me being locked up in that shed, because he did not let me shower, did not let me use the bathroom. And when I asked him if I could wash my hands from the paint, because I was finger painting, guess what he said? That day it was raining. He said, no, it's raining. You can use the rainwater. So he unlocked the door. I went outside. And so I started dancing in the rain. That's why that is my favorite saying to this day. Life is not about the storm, waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. And so yeah, that was that. And then I just went to sleep, and then a week went by, and then it was it ended up being May 15th, which was at the time his best friend's birthday. And he was basically like, have you learned your lesson yet? And I'm like, what lesson? What? I don't love you. And that me saying those words actually triggered him so bad that he went crazy and literally like started throwing shit, my guitar. Then he grabbed me and he threw me across the room. Like, I'm a small person. I don't know if you can see. I'm a little ass person. I'm very petite. He threw me across the room. And then we started tussling, and in the middle of all of that tussling, he managed to call the police. He's a big person compared to me. This person, he's a Puerto Rican. I'll say that. He's like a fucking giant. Like, I don't know, 2 times my size, I guess. 3 maybe. He's not fat, but he's big. Oh yeah, he called the police in the middle of us tussling, and he was calling me crazy, like, oh my god, she's going crazy, she's going manic, she won't accept the fact that I just broke up with her, oh my god, she's trying to kill herself, she's threatening herself with a knife, and like, he's like, oh my god, there's a knife and scissors, oh my god, she's getting anything sharp, and then he's like, all right, we're on the way. And I tried so hard to escape. It's like, he just called the cops on me, like, and he made false claims. Of course they're not gonna fucking listen to me. He called me suicidal, like, and he said that because of what I shared with him when we were like intimate and stuff. And okay. So anyways, yeah. So I instantly, like, at the time I was still, smoking and blah blah blah. I don't know how, but it managed to come with me. I grabbed my bag, my phone, and like, he like choked me like against the shed, like, and I don't know how, but like, I managed to escape. I think the chicks were watching, and they eventually told him to like let go of me, and He did. And I like went behind the trailer park, and then like I kind of maneuvered my way, and I called a friend, and he kind of like found me at the top of the trailer park, but like I jumped in, but like crouched so that nobody would see me. And then I quickly jumped in his car, and then I ducked, so like I saw literally all the police swarming, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I was like ducked, and I saw them, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, oh my god. And I didn't even see the blunt come with me, and I looked down, it was on the floor. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, thank you God, oh my god. And I didn't even believe in God when that stuff was happening to me. I'm like, what the fuck? One of many crazy stories of mine. What else happened to me? A lot has happened to me. I just have to remember. But yeah, that person, I will always be thankful to that person, because honestly, like, that was a very traumatic a very traumatic point in my life. So yeah, I got through that. And like I was in that person's room for a few days, and they were just harassing my family, so like eventually I turned myself in, and yeah, I had to go to a mental facility because of course they weren't gonna listen to me. Fast forward. Wow, I can't even remember what happened after that. I might have to post the part 4, guys. I'm sorry. That was a lot. So I might leave it at that for tonight. But yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope everybody has a good night. Love, love, love. Please remember to like, give this a thumbs up, share to anybody else who might, take away from this, who might need to hear any of this, who might benefit from any of this. Please share. And if you're not already, subscribe. Comment, please. I would love to hear anybody relate to my stories, or even, just share a little bit about yourself. I would love to get to know my community and, just keep building. And I love all of you guys. Yeah, just have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.